The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. And now, here's your host, Jimmy Fallon!
Thank you very much, Outplay. Thank you, welcome. Please, have a seat. Relax. Welcome to The Tonight Show, everybody. Isn't it? You're here. Appreciate it. Look, I know you're all just clapping for the air conditioning, but I'm still glad you're here. We're in the middle of a giant heat wave right now with temperatures in the 90s. It's crazy out there. I sat on a bench for 2 minutes. When I got up, my pants had grill marks.
Really?
I saw that officials are telling people that beer is not a good way to stay hydrated and that you should drink water. When New Yorkers heard that, they're like, okay, Coors Light it is. And but you guys, this heat wave is really intense. This kind of weather can be pretty rough. So here now with some tips on how to beat the heat are the Roots.
Thanks, Jimmy. Tip number one, stay out the sun and drink lots of water.
It's a good one. Here's what you do. You get yourself a Klondike bar and use it like a bar of soap.
Take your pants off, then remember you're at work and put them back on.
Close your eyes, picture a penguin, big, cute, slippery, like an oversized toucan wearing a tuxedo.
Do what I do. Put your toupee in the freezer so when you glue it on your head in the morning, it keeps your dome ice cold.
Thank you. Thank you for the tips. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Roots. This isn't good. I heard that the heat could cause another blackout here in New York. So think about that when you're stepping into an elevator with your annoying coworker. All right? It's like, don't die me now, Power. How was your summer? Not good. That's right. Officials think there will be more blackouts at some point. Yep, they know something bad's coming, but they can't say when. It's pretty much like following Trump on Twitter. Have you been following this? Last night, the House approved a resolution to condemn Trump's racist tweets. It was the first time it's happened since William Howard Taft. You heard that? Trump was like, wow, what did he tweet? Speaking of social media, this is going viral. Everybody's been using this app called Face App. Have you guys heard of it? It's creepy. It's creepy. It has a filter that shows what you look like when you're older. For example, here's a photo of me. Here's me with the filter. Wow. It's pretty crazy. A lot of people are giving it a try, including some people in Washington. And the results are kind of surprising. Take a look. Here's President's son, Eric Trump. Here's him with the filter. Here's CNN host Anderson Cooper. Here's what he looks like with the filter. Up next is Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. Here he is with the filter. Here's Vladimir Putin. Here's him with the old filter. And finally, here's a photo of Bernie Sanders, and here he is as an old man. No. It was pretty good.
Wow, very realistic.
Pretty good.
Wow.
Well, this is big today. The Mexican drug lord El Chapo was sentenced to life in prison, and he has to turn over $12.6 billion in drug money. Then Trump was like, see, I told you Mexico would pay for the wall. I told you. Listen to this. Taco Bell just came out with a new burrito that's made with the world's hottest pepper, the Carolina Reaper. Ooh. It's for people who walk into Taco Bell and think, how could I make this bad decision even worse? Here's a crazy story. The owners of a Miami restaurant called Bacon Bitch is suing the owners. They almost don't need jokes, you know? The owners of a Miami restaurant called Bacon Bitch. Is it Bacon Bitch?
Bacon, or is it Bacon Bitch?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where's the emphasis?
Bacon. Yeah, okay, all right. So,
you know?
Anyways, the owners of the restaurant Bacon Bitch are suing the owners of a San Diego restaurant called Breakfast Bitch.
Breakfast, bitch.
Okay.
That how that one is?
for stealing their idea. Yeah, experts say it could be the first case where a judge asks, how do you bitches plead? Bitch, please. And finally, I read about a man in Belgium who just set the Guinness World Record for sitting on a toilet for 116 straight hours. He wasn't trying to break the record, he just ate Taco Bell's new Carolina Reaper burrito. We have a great show tonight. Give it up for the Roots! Guys, make sure, thank you for being here tonight. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night because we're going to be unveiling our 5 books for our annual book club that we do. Ooh. Tonight's show is Summer Reads. We did it last year. What I do is I give you 5 books, I briefly explain what they are, and then you vote on which one we're all going to read together. Then we'll all buy the book and have a book club. But yeah, reading is good. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
But we did it last year. It was fun. We did, it was Tomi Adeyemi. Children of Blood and Bone was the book, and it's still on the bestseller list from last year. So, I mean, it crushed. It was great. And we all read it, and it was cool. And I think it's turning into a movie. It's like, I'm not guaranteeing that's going to happen.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Every book.
You're not making it, yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be fun. Anyway, so that's tomorrow night. We'll have our 5 finalists. And then I want you guys to vote and tell me which one we should all read. It'll be good. Guys, you know how they say a picture's worth 1,000 words? Well, it's also worth 1 meme. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's time for This Week in Memes. First up, take a look at this photo of Joe Biden. His meme says, when you're at Sunday brunch and your friend starts telling you what you said last night. Like, Sorry. Next is a classic photo of an owl. This meme is called When the Barber Spins You Around to Look at Your New Haircut. Thank you. Next is a photo of Queen Elizabeth. Her meme is called When You Spot Your Man with a Random Girl in the Park. Very interesting. But stupid. Next is a photo of Attorney General William Barr. This meme says when the music teacher gives himself a solo in the end of the year concert. Just let the kids perform. Here's Kate Middleton. Her meme says, when Luke P. tells Hannah he doesn't want her hooking up with any other bachelors. Next is a photo of Prince Louis. His meme says, when Paw Patrol is a rerun. Like, man. And finally, here's a photo of Vladimir Putin. His meme says, when you're trying to look sexy at the club after 6 vodka tonics. That was This Week in Memes. We will be right back with Joel McHale. Thank you for watching. Come on back.
But to me it's looking like $1 million view. Keep our names on the fade of wall and brick and just laugh. We couldn't keep track of the years and slip past the same night.
Our first guest hosts the new edition of Card Sharks, which you can see Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on ABC. Please welcome Joel McHale, everybody. Welcome back to the show. You know how to make an entrance. Joel, how have you been? I thank you for coming back and seeing us.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the greatest audience on the planet.
Oh, my goodness. That's pandering. You think that would be
pandering?
Just pandering.
Just pandering. You look terrific, by the way.
Thank you very much. It's a lot of Botox.
Just down the center.
Just down the one side. I start with the left side and see if I like it, you know. And then
it looks
if
great.
I like it, then I'll do the right side. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, this is how I smile. Hey, thank you for being here because I'm happy that you're. No, thank you.
Thank you for the blackout.
Now, is that ring? What is that?
Oh, yeah. No, you've inspired this. This is my wedding ring, you guys. Yeah, sorry, ladies. Yeah, it's made of rubber because after seeing what happened with your finger, and you had a metal ring that got caught and turned your finger into a little deli. And I said, I got rid of my...
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I got rid of my ring, dated for a few months. And then,
That's ridiculous.
no, so I bought the rubber one.
Oh, I'm so happy you had that. That's good for you. I think rings are too, they're too strong.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, you are the perfect... You should be the spokesperson for rubber rings.
Thank you.
See?
That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever said.
I will talk to them. I know that you need the money, so I will. I know you need a couple extra bucks.
You know why I'm happy that you're here? Because I'm happy that you're alive.
Oh, thank you.
And survived what I think is one of the craziest things anyone's ever done. You swam with sharks.
Oh, I thought you were going to say have coffee with butter in it, but no.
That's up there. That's up there. That's number 2. But
yeah.
What
or texted without autocorrect. So yeah, that's a shark.
That's real.
That's a great white right there.
That is not.
That's a great white. That's a great white.
That is Nemo.
That's a great white. Back me up on this.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's me. As you can see, that is I'm smelling fear, and
What was this? This is Shark Week.
No, it's called Midlife Crisis. And,
I've seen that show. Yeah, I'm starring in it right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Shark Week. Rob Riggle is hosting this special called Shark Trip, Eat, Pray, Chum, and there's 5 celebrities who we all die. And
I love Rob Riggle. He's funny guy.
He's so funny. And then it's Anthony Anderson and Damon Wayans Jr. and Adam Devine. They said, would you like to go to the Bahamas and swim with sharks? And that seemed like a good idea. And then they said, do you know how to scuba dive? And I was like, yeah. And they go, really? And I was like, no. And so then they go, great. And no, and then we went down there, and there's 25 sharks. There's and as well, our shark expert is missing a hand and foot.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, which you go, are you really an expert?
Yeah, an expert, like in air quotes.
Right. And Anthony Anderson was there, who I thought I was outgoing, like a golden retriever, like always wanting approval from people. He walks through, we were at this place called Atlantis. He walks through the casino. Everyone starts recognizing him, and he's like, are we taking pictures, mother? And I am not kidding. Wow. And then he has a meet and greet for an hour with everybody coming up to him.
Yeah, he's the nicest dude.
He can heal people with his
No,
hands.
he cannot. No.
He made this lady walk.
And I want to hear. I want to hear about.
I'm lying.
You did your first stand-up special is coming out. This is a big deal because I've known you for a while. I've seen your stand-up. I didn't know that. I assumed that you already had one.
I did too. And then it turns out I didn't. It was actually Jim Gaffigan's special.
But you enjoyed it. You're like, oh, I'm funny.
I'm killing it right now.
Man, I'm hilarious.
I started needing glasses. And
but this is called Live from Pyongyang. Is that true?
Yes, live from Pyongyang, which is the capital of North Korea.
So you did your first stand-up special from North Korea?
No, it was San Jose, for real. Yeah, no, we taped it, which is very similar to North Korea. There's
San Jose, California?
Yes, no, I just decided I'd call it that so people would ask me if I had gone to North Korea, because I would be in jail if I did it there.
Yeah, and this is going to air on Amazon?
This is going to be on Amazon and,
that's a big deal. Congratulations.
and MySpace. It's going to be huge.
Oh, my God.
It's on Friendster.
Wow, Friendster!
Friendster, AOL.
I love my favorite show.
It's going to be
I love Friendster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay for what you just sang?
I don't believe I sang it long enough to pay for it.
Or you could just say, I don't know what I was singing.
Yeah, but I was off one note, so I'd be like,
I feel like that's the end of the song or a Sting at the commercial break.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's certain songs, like if there's the Beatles or something, I can't sing any of the Beatles.
Why?
But I can go like, it's so expensive to pay to clear.
Oh, right.
So I can go like, hey, that's it.
Oh.
So what you just gotta.
Now, could you go, help?
No.
You couldn't pay for help.
Let's
what
our
if you
legal
were in
team?
trouble?
Well, if you're in trouble, if you're. If you're in trouble, we can't legally yell help, no.
No, if I said help.
The Beatles have that trademarked.
But if I said help.
You have to go, you have to yell crisis.
Oh.
If you're in trouble, you go, crisis!
What if I go,
crisis!
Crisis, I need someone.
Yeah, that you can do. Can we do? But you gotta
Crisis.
Crisis, I need someone. Crisis, I need someone. Crisis,
No, I need
yeah,
someone.
Crisis. Oh yeah, you're allowed to do that, of course. Oh, that is totally legal. You can totally do that.
You are getting so sued. Sued.
Congrats on the
this.
stand-up special. I want to see you swimming with sharks, and then watch this segue. You're also hosting Card Sharks. Thank you.
That's how you do it, folks. He's a professional. Yes. That's why his name is on the cup. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. No. Yes, I host a game show on ABC.
What is it? Everyone's hosting these shows now. Alec Baldwin was hosting Match Game.
Yes.
Elizabeth Banks is hosting Press Your Luck.
Yes, we're bringing all the game shows back from the 70s. And
what is Card Sharks? What is the game? I don't know.
I don't know.
You find out when you do it?
It's a very simple game where you just get. All right, so it's a high-low game of cards where a card gets put up and it'll be a 4. Do you think the next card will be higher or lower?
Yes.
That's okay. You've already.
What?
No, you have to say whether.
How long is this show? How long is the show?
This show or
no Card Sharks?
Well, it's an hour long, but
that.
Wait a minute. I see what you're doing.
No, is it that for an hour?
It is that for an hour.
Oh my God!
Oh, okay, I know.
I feel like you have to do a lot of. Then you got to do a lot of stalling.
Oh yeah, I do a lot of do you think this will be higher or lower? Don't answer.
We'll have the answer right after the break.
Yes. Yeah. There's 18 commercial breaks, and by the end of the show,
one person says if a card is higher or lower.
Right. It's been a 4 for 58 minutes, and then I go, Jimmy Fallon.
Yes.
Thanks for being on the show.
No problem.
Again, do you think now that we've reached the end here, higher or lower than a 4?
Lower.
Don't.
My nephew's in the audience, and
his nephew has a very deep voice.
Yeah. Well, he's very
lower, Jimmy. Lower, say it.
Say it lower. I'm gonna,
We'll be here next week to get Jimmy's answer.
No, but I do know the game Card Sharks now that you told me. I do remember this, and so, but people win a lot of money.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's like saying tennis is just a simple game where two people have nets and they throw a ball over.
Yeah. There's wagering,
right. It can get up to $690,000, and so
why not 700,000?
Because we want you to talk about it, and you're talking about it.
Really, it must be fun to see.
No, and this young woman won like $250,000 with the turn of a card, and she's a single mom, and I don't have a heart. I have a ball bearing right here, and it just spins around, and it's cold, and then all of a sudden, I become the Grinch with growing 2 hearts at once because. She's crying, and then I start crying. And then she's like, I'm going to buy a house. And I'm like, well, not in L.A., but yeah. And,
oh, my God. Tune in Card Sharks. Joel McHale running Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on ABC. We'll be right back with Mark Maron. Stick around, everybody. He's a very talented actor and comedian. He's the host of the WTF podcast and stars in the new film Sword of Trust, which is in select theaters now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mark Maron! You look good, buddy.
They do that for everybody?
They do not stand for everybody.
Thank you very much.
They're not. They
Thank you
gave you a
very
standing
much.
ovation. You felt the love.
Yeah.
You look good.
Thank you.
You have less of a mustache than you know.
I have no mustache.
Yeah.
I actually, it's the first time in about 15 years that I have no mustache. I had to, I shaved it off for a role in a movie, actually.
Oh, who do you play in the movie?
I play the guy without the mustache.
Ah, that's good casting.
Yeah, it's just
good
what
casting.
it said. Guy without mustache says this. It's very broad, but
yeah.
I'm like, I can do that. I'll just take it off.
But you look good. You taking care of yourself?
I am. I think I am.
Yeah.
You know, I do things to take care of myself.
You
I don't know. I don't know what I know, Jimmy. Do you? Do you ever think? No, I mean, like, yeah. Have you ever had a few hours during the day and just sat down and go like, what do I really know?
I don't want to do that.
Well, the weird thing is, like, and this is all going somewhere. Like, if you make a column of things you're pretty sure you know,
yeah.
and then you make another column of how you know those things, about 90% of that second column is just like, yeah, some guy told me. You know, like
that is true.
Right. So the point being is, like, look, I take vitamins. All right, I take them.
Yeah.
I take them every day because I'm afraid to die and I'm stupid. So, but every day I take my vitamins. I look at them in my hand.
Yeah.
I got vitamin B, vitamin D, vitamin C, and I look at them, and in my heart, Jimmy, I know these don't do anything.
Right, right. You know that, yeah. They do.
But I'm in. I'm taking them. I'm taking them every day, and so I'm in. So if I don't take them one morning and I drive somewhere, I've actually gone back to my house to take my stupid vitamins. Because in my mind, I'm like, what's going to happen today if I don't take them? I'm going to get in a car accident, and vitamin D stops car accidents.
I did not know. That's fantastic.
Yeah. But my point is, it's like, it is kind of BS, and you never know when someone's just going to randomly dump some crap into your head. Some guy you don't know that well, or someone you know you see it just talking to him, and out of nowhere they're going to say something like, "You taking turmeric?" And then you're like, "What, turmeric?" "Yeah, you got to take turmeric." And you're like, "Turmeric?" "Yeah, turmeric." Yeah, turmeric. The spice? Are you talking about the spice? And he's like, "Yeah, you got to take that." Wait, the spice that you buy once to make an Indian recipe, and you never use it again, and it stains your wooden spoon? That turmeric?
Stains your spoon, yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, you got to be taking that." And I'm like, "No, I don't." You know, in my mind, that's ridiculous. I'm just tired of all that hype around stuff, but, you know, I'm taking it, you know, and... Well, he told me it was for inflammation. Then I said, "What do you mean inflammation?" He says, "You know, general inflammation." I'm like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Well, it's a new bad thing that causes all the other bad things, you know." And then I'm like, "Oh, what happened to cholesterol?" He's like, "It turns out that's good for you." So, like, but I gotta be honest. Since I've been taking it, I feel less inflamed.
Wow,
I feel
you look less inflamed.
less inflamed in a general way.
Well, you look great, and thank you for coming back to our show.
Nice to see you.
I want to talk about your film.
I know, it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, The Sword of Trust.
Yes.
Is the name of the film.
Yeah.
Can you set it up? What is it about?
It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
I want to get that right out front.
Yeah.
It's a funny movie, like really a funny movie.
It's really funny. I felt like when I watched it, I go, this is tailor-made for Mark Maron.
Well, that's because it is tailor-made for me.
It was.
The director, Lynn Shelton, this is her 8th film, and we've worked together on a few TV projects. She directed my comedy special, my last one, and she wanted to make a movie for me. She wanted me to be in a movie. We'd been writing one for 3 years, but we weren't finishing it. And I said, well, go write another one. And she does, right? And she says, the idea came to me. She was driving past a pawn shop in Santa Monica, and she's like, that's where Mark should be. He should be a pawn shop owner. Like, how is that the thought? Like, Mark should be in there with the sad items that people had to, you know, sell to save their lives. They ran out of money, just abandoned things.
They think of you.
Yeah, just sad items. Like, why am I here? Someone loved me. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I fit.
Yeah.
So the idea of the film is it takes place in Birmingham, Alabama, on this kind of like, you know, kind of a, What, the whole state here?
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's wild. I've never heard of it. Wow. It's a great city. But I'm there. I'm sort of a transplant. I've had a rough life, and I own this pawn shop. And I'm kind of not a cynical guy, but a little kind of, I've accepted my lot in life. And I have this guy that works with me, and these two women come in. They're a couple, and they've got a sword that one of them inherited from her grandfather. Now, the catch to the sword is along with the sword, there was some documentation. And apparently this documentation proves that this Union sword is somehow part of this truth, not a conspiracy, that proves that the South actually won the Civil War. Wow.
Like, why aren't you laughing? I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, this is a great statement about the culture we live in, that 90% of the audience is like, I've heard that one. I heard that. I think that might be a true conspiracy. It's not. It's made up.
No, but you never a conspiracy theorist at all?
All right, there was a time, Jimmy.
Yeah. Did you? What'd you believe?
Well, it was before they became popular, a popular way to dupe people into believing things.
You liked it before people got on the bandwagon?
No, way back. Back when I was in this rabbit hole about the government, about the U.S. government. There's some old-timey conspiracy theories, right?
Yeah.
So like they're the New World Order, the Trilateral Commission, the Illuminati, the Freemasons.
Yes.
Yeah, it was all connected. This is before I knew it all led to Jews are bad. So.
Wow.
Yeah, being a Jew was not something I wanted to be part of. But here's what happened. So I'm with my buddy Jim, who works in D.C. He's been working in D.C. for Obama, Clinton, for a lot of presidents. He's been there like most of his life, and he's walking me around the government building. This is right when I'm in the middle of the conspiracy thing. Yeah. And I just start rambling on about it, like, this is all garbage. This is a mystical space. The Washington Monument is lined up with the Capitol because it's satanic, and like, it was crazy, right? So I go on for like 10 minutes with this huge theory. My friend Jim is just looking at me, and I stop, I take a breath, and he goes, people here just aren't that organized. You know, and that kind of nipped it in the bud.
That's the end of that. Go, oh, wow, I guess he's right. Well, I want to read a review. The New York Times gave you a really nice write-up, and they said, Marc Maron delivers one of the year's best performances.
Thank you.
Not bad. I want to show everyone a clip. Here is Marc Maron in Sword of Trust. Take a look at this.
So what's the big plan with the cash?
Well, we want to, eventually we want to have a kid.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Can't really do it on our own, so.
What, are you going to buy a kid, buy sperm, have one?
I want Cynthia. We talked about it. She'd carry.
Okay, so you're gonna carry the kid? That's the plan?
I'm hoping if I can.
You seem the more motherly of the two of you.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
Great.
I think he's meaning it as a compliment.
Well, it doesn't sound like a compliment.
I think you're two sides of the mother coin. Like, you just made me uncomfortable, and I felt like I'd done something wrong, and then I look at her, and I'm like, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You're right, it's funny. Marc Maron, everybody, Sword of Trust is in select theaters now. We'll be right back with Blake Griffin, everyone. Stick around. To watch our show tomorrow night. We're going to do our Tonight Show Summer Read Book Club. Kenan Thompson will be here. Joe Manganiello will be here. Oh, boy. And we got great music from Robin. Oh, I can't wait for that. It's going to be a good show tomorrow night. But first, we'll be right back with Blake Griffin, everybody. Don't change the channel. Is a power forward for the Detroit Pistons and a 6-time NBA All-Star. On July 25th, he's hosting his annual fundraising event for the Team Griffin Foundation called Comedy by Blake at the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. Please welcome Blake Griffin. Thank you so much for coming back to our show, and thank you and congratulations, by the way, on a great first season with the Pistons.
Thank you.
You did a great job. You went all the way to the playoffs.
Yeah, thank you.
How's your off season going?
It's been good. Just kind of hanging out, enjoying some time off.
What do you think about the whole free agency? That went kind of crazy.
It is, but honestly,
the Nets
man,
and
like
Clippers and
almost everybody.
Did you know about? Do people know about this stuff before it hits the news, or?
I feel like no. I mean, I find out about some of the stuff just as a fan. Like,
you didn't know about any of these.
Some of the guys you kind of know, like you kind of hear some things. But I was at the Comedy Store the other night, and when Kawhi went to the Clippers, And my friend was on stage doing a set, and I was like, it started happening, like rolling in, and he came off. He was like, "How was it?" And I was like, "I don't know. This is huge."
I'm on Twitter right now. This is giant. Yeah. So that's how you found out? Was on Twitter?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like everybody else.
Yeah. But you also love comedy. I love that you love comedy. What got you into comedy?
I think just, from an early age, watching comedy with my dad, Saturday Night Live.
Who were some of your favorites?
On Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, you have to mention like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
You were really great.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that. Oh my gosh. What are your favorite characters of mine? But then you started doing stand-up yourself.
I did, man. I kind of like stumbled into it. I was going to go to Just for Laughs in Montreal.
I love Just for Laughs.
This was like 4 years ago, I think, and I had a call with like the director, and he was like, we should find something fun for you to do. And he's like, do you want to host like the Midnight Surprise show? I was like, yeah, sure. Like thinking I was just going to be like, and now so and so.
Yeah.
And it turned out I had to do like 10 minutes. So I had to go write 10 minutes, and
what did you write about?
Just basketball, Just
do what you know, man. Yeah,
exactly. And it worked out. And now I've written a whole new 15 minutes or so, and I worked on it in LA. I'm going to go out tonight, and
that's fun.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
And so this thing is July 25th, I believe. And if you go to the website hahaha.com. I can't believe they got that website. 3 Ha's, and go Comedy by Blake. Get tickets to go see this. Have you ever been heckled?
Not while I was doing comedy. I get heckled all the time playing basketball.
Just by fans yelling?
Yeah, just fans, especially on the road. There was a guy one time, like one of my very first games, like in Portland. I was like a rookie, just checked in, and this guy named Kurt Thomas was standing next to me.
Sure.
And it got so quiet in the arena, so everybody can hear this guy, and he goes, "Hey, Blake, the coolest thing you've ever done is stand next to Kurt Thomas." I was like,
that's pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah.
Yeah, actually, he's right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, has it helped your basketball at all, doing stand-up?
Not really the physical part of basketball, but definitely, like after the game, you have to do media and you have to sit at a press conference and answer questions. And I feel like people always think athletes are like really stupid, and it's not that we're stupid. It's just that we've just exercised for 2 hours. And there's not really like enough oxygen in our brains to actually be able to.
Tricky question.
Yeah. I mean, can I show you?
Sure.
All right, stand up for me.
Okay.
You need just like a little bit of space. Do you want to come here?
Sure.
All right. So what I want you to do.
Okay.
Run in place, jumping jacks, whatever you want.
Okay.
For like 15 seconds, and then as soon as you're done, I'm just going to ask you some questions.
I see where this is going.
And while you do it, I'm going to commentate on how you're doing it.
Oh my God. This is
All right. Starting off really slow. All right. Quick feet, by the way. And stop. All right, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Tell me how you feel, and tell me how you're feeling about how you feel.
I've just.
All right. And one more time. How did you feel when you first started out there?
I don't remember.
See how stupid that sounds? It's not our fault.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
It's not our fault.
Blake Griffin, everybody. Go to hahaha.com for tickets to Comedy by Blake. Dusty Slay performs stand-up for us after the break. Stick around.
I do it. Yes, sir. Hey, yo, educated ignorance. It's all about.
Our next guest has been named one of Variety magazine's 10 comics to watch. And on August 6th, he'll be in Nashville at the Grand Ole Opry. Everyone, please say hi to the very funny Dusty Slay.
All right. Okay, we're having a good time, We're having a good time. I like to tell people we're having a good time, I don't like to ask. A lot of comics come out here and they go, "Are we having a good time?" Not me, I can't risk it. You know what I mean? I like to let you know. I am pumped to be here, though. I travel around a lot. I don't always get the best hotels. I stay at a lot of hotels. They're not always the best. I was in one recently, and nothing worked. The elevator didn't work. Finally got up to my room, and the Wi-Fi didn't work. So I went back downstairs. I was like, hey, the Wi-Fi doesn't work. And he was like, yeah, it's a little shaky. But the network name is Ramada N1. And that's when I realized why it was shaky, because we weren't at a Ramada Inn. I could see the Ramada Inn through the window. He was like, but it works real good down here in the lobby. Why don't you just use it here in the lobby? And I'm like, well, obviously you don't know what I need Wi-Fi for. You know what I mean? Okay, we're having a good time. And let's not forget, we're having a good time. I was in one hotel, and they had a sign inside the room that said, not responsible for stolen items. So I took some stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not responsible either. I don't even work here. I've been needing a lamp with some plugs on it. Tired of plugging myself into a wall at home, you know? Get a lamp I can plug some stuff into. It's tough to find a lamp with USB ports on it. You know what I mean? If you find one, you take it. That's a rule. I was at a casino hotel one time, and they had a sign in there, had a list of everything you could steal and how much it cost, right? That way, if you want to steal it, they'll just charge it right to your account. I guess to keep you from stealing, right? But they had an ironing board on there for like $20. I was like, that seems like a pretty good deal to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't buy a lot of ironing boards, so I don't know. But $20 seems cheap, right? Plus, who's bold enough to steal an ironing board from a hotel? Like a towel I get, you can put that in your bag. But an ironing board, that's bold, right? You're at checkout like, nah, I had this when I came in. Yeah, it does look a lot like yours, but I always carry an ironing board with me. Good thing, because there's not one in that room. We're having a good time. And I don't even know how to iron, though, you know? Like, I know how it works, you know, like you plug it into the lamp. I mean... Okay, we're having a good time. I like to read bad hotel reviews. I read one recently. This guy was like, this hotel room was so disgusting. There was bugs in the bed, blood in the carpet. I felt like I was going to catch a disease. And that continental breakfast was a joke. I was like, dude, you stuck around for breakfast? You got to get out of there, man. You wouldn't do that at a friend's house, you know? You wouldn't be like, oh, it's too gross to sleep. Let's check out the fridge. Okay, all right. And I hate staying at people's houses, though. I like a hotel. You know, you have to follow people's rules at their houses. You don't know what to expect. You ever go to somebody's house and they got a dog that's barking at you, growling at you, and they go, he won't bite. It's like, why you think that? Because he's never done it before? Well, maybe today is the day. Because he looks like he wants to bite. They're always like, well, he might lick you to death. I'm like, death? Who said anything about dying? No, I'm just worried about being bitten. I don't even know why you brought up death. I just think it's a weird idea, right? Because the dog looks like it wants to bite you. It's like you show up at somebody's house and there's some guy in there with a knife. And he's just doing like this. Huh? They're like, he won't stab you. He might lick you to death. Yeah, he'll settle down in a minute. He's just not used to being around people. All right, we're having a good time. Thank you, guys.
For more, go to DustySlay.com. My thanks to Joel McHale, Mark Maron, Blake Griffin, Dusty Slay once again. Fantastic, right? And the Root Tribe there from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Stay tuned for Late Night with Seth Meyers. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.